NX CAD software training. Let's see about NX mouse button functionality. So MB1, it is called as the mouse button 1. It is used for the purpose of selection in NX application. So MB2 is the roller button, which can be used even for the purpose of OK as well. So MB2, the roller button, which can be used even for the purpose of zoom in and zoom out. You can go for forward zoom and reverse zoom. So that helps to zoom in and zoom out. So the MB2 plus drag, which helps to rotate the model. On mouse button 2 and mouse button 3, if you press and drag, it can be used even for as pan also. So moving this screen. Mouse button 3 also used for the purpose of shortcut menu. If you make a right click, you will get the pop-up menus. So let's see all those things in the demo as well. Okay, let's see the NX mouse operations in the NX software. Let me start with a new file for your convenience. So here I'm going for the model tab. So model, I'm choosing as millimeters as my unit. So model1.prt is the file name it has started. I'm storing my file in the desktop. So let us go with OK. So now you can see the options, whatever it is there. If you need to select it, we have to use mouse button 1. For these selections, I am using mouse button 1. Similarly, mouse button 2, we can use it for the zoom applications. For example, so I have a roller mouse button. So I am zooming, I am rotating in the reverse side. I'm rotating now in the forward side. So this lets to help us in zoom in and zoom out. So in the model we can see very clearly. Let me explain even that also later. So similarly, if you want to use this mouse button 2, it is for the zoom application. The same zoom application is available in the toolbar also. So F6 you can press, or else in this toolbar you can choose here. Suppose I wanted to zoom like this, I can zoom it. I wanted to zoom like this, I can zoom it like this. Suppose I wanted to go back to the original position. Now datum coordinates has got vanished. So we do not know where it is present. So you cannot zoom like this each and every time by rolling your mouse. So instead of that, even though you are away from your location, by using the zoom option to fit it into the proper location of the entire screen, you can go for fit option. Just click on the fit button, it will come back to your original location. Okay, so mouse button 1 used for the selection purpose, mouse button 2 it is used for the purpose of zoom in and zoom out. Suppose I am using mouse button 2 and mouse button 3 now. I am dragging it now. It is used for the purpose of pan now. Okay, so the pan button can be used by using mouse button 2 and mouse button 3. Okay, the same option can be used even by the pan option also. Here you can go for the toolbar. So you can just like that, you can drag it wherever you want. So the pan is nothing but the entire screen movement. That is called pan. It's not a object movement or anything. We are moving the screen from one location to another location. That is called as pan. So to come back to the fit condition, you can press on you can use the fit button. Just click on that, it will come back to the original position. Suppose now I wanted to rotate this model, means if you wanted to rotate it, you can use this toolbar and press the mouse button 1, you can rotate it. Okay, so mouse button 1 you can use it for rotation purpose. Suppose now I have rotated in different angle, I wanted to come back to my original position, means we no need to worry. Here you have a trimetric view, just click on that button, it will come back to original position. Okay, right. So now mouse button 3 can also be used for shortcut menus. Right click. So this is a pop-up menu. So this pop-up menu you can obtain it by just right clicking on the mouse button 3. Okay. Let's see about the coordinate system now. The absolute coordinate system will help us to create the model from 0, 0, 0 position. That means work coordinate system means suppose we are creating an assembly file and sub-assembly files. The sub-assembly file may locate at a distance from 0, 0 to
at a distance of 100 means, so we need to create the model, or else we need to assemble the model from 0 0 0 position to that 100 position. So to do that, this WCS will also help. And the third one is machine coordinate system. The machine coordinate system generally it is used for the purpose of CAM operations. So types of modeling. First one is primitive modeling, sketch based modeling, feature based modeling, hybrid modeling, and synchronized modeling. So we will see all those things in detail in the upcoming sessions. However, I will give you a glimpse about that. So let's say about primitive modeling. We are going to create the model by using as a base feature. So the primitive modeling means so block, cylinder, cone, sphere. These are all the things are called primitives. So these primitives will be used to create the model from as a base feature. From there we are going to construct our model. And a sketch based modeling means we have to create a sketches for each and every feature of the model. So that is called sketch based modeling. Feature based modeling means it's a mix up. Suppose we have created a primitive model as a base feature of a block, and on top of that I'm going to create some slots or else some holes, some bars, some pads. So those are all the things are called as a feature based modeling. So it's a mix up of primitive modeling come feature based modeling, or else it can be a mix up of sketch based modeling and feature based modeling. Hybrid modeling means the primitive model and sketch based model and feature based model, all three can be used, or else any two can be used. So that is called as hybrid modeling. Okay, the synchronized modeling helps us to edit the model in such a way that what we need. For example, we have a parasolid file or else unparametric file. Whatever it is, the type of the file, it doesn't matter here. The synchronized modeling features let us to move the holes from one location to another location, or else the holes we do not want means we can delete the features. Suppose we wanted to increase the depth of the pad means we can increase it. So we have many features in the synchronized modeling. So that we will see in the upcoming classes as well. So what is primitives? So primitives means block, cylinder, cone, sphere. These are all things are called as primitives. Towards on the right side, you can see the shape. So generally, the primitives are parametric, but has no positional dimensions and can be used. The primitives can be created as a base feature of the any of the model. So, but it cannot be used in middle of the component. So in NX, you can see in the menu, insert design feature block as a base feature of the model. Suppose we are going to create some model means the first feature can be a block or cylinder, cone or sphere, but it cannot be used in middle of the features. For example, I have created some block. On top of that, I need to create some cylinders means you can create it, but at the same time, later you cannot move the position of the cylinder. You can edit the cylinder size, but you cannot move the position of the cylinder from the block location because of it doesn't have a positional dimension. That is why it is called as primitives.
Coordinate system, also called as the absolute coordinate system, since this datum coordinate system is created at 0 0 0 position. Okay, so now you can see there is one axis xc, yz, zc. Three axes are there. This is called as WCS. This WCS can be displayed or else can be switched off. For example, if you in your keyboard, if you press W, it will get turned off. Again, if you press it, it will get turned on. So this WC is also present in the 0 0 0 position. The work coordinate system means nothing but the work coordinate system, the place where you keep your WCS, that is what called as a work coordinate system. So that is present in the format WCS origin. Now the origin is present in 0 0 0. Now I am moving it to certain point. So this is a place where I need my WCS means I can select it and then I can give OK. So now your WCS is moved to this position. So this is your present WCS location. For example, now I wanted to create my model from this particular location, means I have to create one more datum coordinate system other than this absolute coordinate system. So that coordinate system will be placed at this WCS position. So that will be used for our reference of upcoming futures. Okay, so regarding this we are going to see in detail. So as of now I am stopping with this. So while we are creating all the models, that time we will see the machine coordinate system is especially used for the CAM manufacturing purposes, that is called as a MCS. So that we are not going to discuss here. Okay, let's see about primitives. So the primitives you can select from insert design feature block. So here you can see in this dialog box in the top left, you can see that there is a settings button is there. So this setting button is with more option now. Suppose it is a less option, means you may not able to see the complete window. So please make sure always that when you open any of the dialog box like this, make sure that you are with the more option. All right, so here you can see the icons. So these icons, once you place your cursor, so you can come to know what is the name of the icons. Suppose you are not very familiar with the icons, means you can go for hide shortcuts. If you do that, all the names will appear, like origin and edge length, 2 points, and height, 2 diagonal points. So there are 3 ways of creating a block now. So we will see one by one. So now I am going for the origin and edge length. So specify a point it is asking for. Now I am going to give my point as 0,000, means you can go here to this dialog. Here already it is taken as a 000. I am giving OK. Okay, so this is the origin of this point. So the length in the sense it is in the XC. This is what XC. So width in the sense this is what YZ, and the height in the sense this is what ZC. So this is how the parameters are defined here. So now before I go for apply button, I can see the preview also. Show result you can click on. So you can see the result, how it appears. You can see here whatever the parameters we have given here, accordingly it has come. Suppose the end result is okay for you, you can go for apply button or else OK button. Suppose if you give apply, it will create this model and this will keep the window open. Suppose you are giving only OK, then this will create this model and it will quit the window. That is what it is. So now I would like to change this size into 20 into 30, means I can go for 30. I can give OK. Suppose I wanted to change the detail, means you can go for undo result and you can change it again. Suppose I want 25, means you can give 25 and the show result you can see. So this is how you can able to create it. Now I am giving apply. So if I give apply, this model will get created, but this dialog box also still keep opening. Okay. Suppose I have given OK, means this window would have gone. All right, so now we will see the next one. So 2 points on height. The 2 points on height means nothing but you are going to give 2 diagonal points, and the height you are going to, this ZZ value you are going to define it. So before I do that, I will delete this model. Whatever the models we have created, whatever the futures we have created, everything will get loaded in the path navigator. So the path navigator will contain the complete history of the component. Here block you have, suppose you do not want, means you can select this, press the delete key in the keyboard, or else you can select this, right click, and you can delete it. So now I have deleted it. Now I am going back to the same option, insert design feature block. Prefer to work from the menu bar actually. Why means actually generally this menu bars, whatever the options it is kept under the menu bar, locations and everything, that will not get changed because of that comes under the NX architecture. So that will not get changed at any point of time. The toolbars may relocate from one place to another place, but regarding the menu bars, it never relocate at any point of time. Maybe some addition may come, but the existing position will not get disappear. So that is how the NX architecture has been made. So make sure that you are always working from the menu bar so that you will be very user friendly. So even this will help you to create the automation tool also. When you are working on the automation tool, this will guide you that where the tools are and how to identify the tools, where to locate the tools. Those things will help you. Okay, now I'm going to the block option. So now I'm going for the second option, 2 points on height. So the specify point it is asking, by default it has taken as a 0 0. Suppose I do not want to give the default location, I wanted to give my cursor point location, means you can select this nearby button. This button you can cursor location button you can turn on. Here you can select it. So this is the first point I'm giving. The second point it is asking for. So the first point means whatever the point I given, that is the origin of the point. So XC and YC origin it is asking. So I'm going to give this point as my XC origin, and the YC origin I'm going to give. So this is my YC origin. So 2 points I have given now. So 2 diagonal points I have given now. Now the height is given as a 25. Let us see the preview. So 1 point is there. The second diagonal point is this point, and the height is 25. Suppose I do not want this, I wanted to start from existing 0 0 position only, means you no need to worry. You can go back here, you can give your own value. So now it is taken as a absolute work part origin 0 0. So this is my point, I'm giving OK, and then specify a point it is asking to provide for XC and YZ. So the starting point also I'm giving the same location. So I wanted to start from the absolute coordinate system only. So I'm giving 0 0. So I'm giving OK. Then the second, another one point we need to go. So this is my second point, which is the diagonally opposite point. So that means this is the length, this is the width I have. Now height only need to be given. So I'm giving as a 50. You can give 50 and see the preview, you can get it. So this is how we are going to create it by using 2 points on height. So now we are going for the third option. I'm not giving apply, since you know already familiar with this option. Now I'm taking the third option now, 2 diagonal points. 2 diagonal points means it's not like length and width. It is the point from lower left corner to the topmost point. That means in the Z axis we are going to define the point XC, YC, ZC. One point we are going to give, and the third point is XC, YZ, ZC. The third point we are going to give. So now let's see 2 diagonal points. I'm going to give this origin point as this absolute coordinate system. Let it be as it is. Here you can see point XC, YZ, ZZ from origin. So that means I'm going to give my origin as absolute coordinate system. It has taken origin, and the XC, YZ, ZZ point is I am giving it as, to make you more understand, I am giving as 50. I am giving this also as 50. So you can see here the x-axis it is taken as a length of 50 mm, and y-axis it has taken as a length of 50 mm, and the z-axis it is going to get a length of 100 mm, to make you understand. So now I am going to give OK. So now you can see the preview. So here you can see this is the first point, lower left corner, that is this point, and the upper left corner, this is this point, this topmost point, diagonally opposite point in the 3D environment. Now I am going to give, see the result now, how it is coming. So we are not defining any Z direction axis, since already we have defined it all, we no need to give anything. Now I'm giving OK. That's it. Now you can go for the trimetric view for more clarity. Okay, this concludes our primitive of block option. So let's move on to the other one, cylinder. I will delete this feature, select this and delete it. That's it. So now we will move on to insert, design feature. We are going for cylinder. So here you can see axis, diameter and height. Axis in the sense in which direction you are going to create your cylinder. So a vector option will come. You can select either this one, or else even you can select your axis also. Okay, so this is only a pop-up vectors. So this will disappear automatically once you select it. So now I wanted to use this one, means you can go for it. or else you can select even this one also, no problem, anything is fine. So you can select this one. So specify the point. I'm going to start from the location of 0 0 0. That is what it has selected now. No, I do not want to select from there. I wanted to give a new location, means you can go for the cursor location. So from here I wanted to create it, means you select that point. Now the diameter of the cylinder is, I'm giving it as 50, and the height of the cylinder is given as 100. Now I'm giving preview. You can see here. Suppose the direction which I given, I do not want this z-axis direction, I wanted to change it into xc, means you can change it at any point of time. So now you can change the direction to this direction also. Select this, see the result. You can see here. Now it has come towards this direction from the 0 0 0. So instead of that, I wanted to do it in a reverse way, means just to click on the vector, so it will take you to the reverse direction. Okay. All right. So I'm not going to give apply. So this is how this option will work. We'll continue with the other option actually now. Okay. So insert. So every time when you go here, you may think that there is a little more time it is taking. Yes, of course it will take a little more time. So this will help you to understand the software, that where the features are present. Now we are going into the design feature. Similarly, we have detail feature is also there. So during your interviews also, people will question you that where is these features present, either in the design feature or else in the detail feature. That time you may need to answer for these questions. So that time you will get struggle if you are used to practice with the toolbars. So make sure that you are always using the menu bars. Okay. Cylinder arc and height option, you need a circle or else any of the arc, so that you can able to create your cylinder. So now before we go into this option, we should have a circle, otherwise we cannot use this option. So that what I am going to do is, I'm going to introduce a new option called circle for you. So I'm not creating through sketch option actually. Here I'm using a associative circle actually. Okay, so see the tab menu, home, assemblies, curve option. Then the curve option, you can see arc and circle. You select on the arc. So here we'll get the dialog box of the complete arc and circle. As I told earlier, every dialog box will have the settings button. Make sure that you are on the more options, so that you will get all the options are visible. So now I'm going for the point reference option. So where I need to create it, I'm going to create it from the absolute coordinate system. I'm selecting this point as an origin point. So towards which plane I'm going to create it, either this plane, either towards this plane I'm going to create it, or else in the horizontal I am going to create it, or else in the front plane I'm going to create it. I need to select it. So that I am selecting the plane as select plane. From the top view I'm going to draw, so that I'm selecting this top plane. Okay, so now I got selected. So the radius is around 25 mm I'm giving. Okay, so the 25 mm radius circle has got selected. So now it is creating only the arc. So anyway, the cylinder means always we should have a closed circle. So that what I'm doing is, here I am selecting full circle option. This full circle option, once you select it, it will create a complete circle. So this option will let you to create either arc or else circle. So now if you click this as a full circle, it will create a circle. If you make this as a unchecked, it will create as a arc. So now I'm going for full circle option. So once I got it, I'm giving OK. All right. So now we got a circle now. So once you got a circle, just go for the option of insert, design feature, cylinder, in that arc and height. So now we have an arc now. So just select the arc. Okay. So the height of the cylinder, what is the height of the cylinder we're looking for? You can select it, and then you can go for preview. So with reference to this, it will get created. So this arc, this circle, what we created is also associated arc only. So that at any point of time, if you want to change the size, you can able to change it. Now the radius is 25. I wanted to change it into 10, means you can change it into 10. You can give OK. So it has got selected now. Suppose the height you wanted to edit it even after creating the model also, you can change it. Suppose I'm changing it into 50. See the result how it is coming. If you want to go for fit option, you can go for fit option and then you can give OK. That's it. So this is about a cylinder. Okay. The next one will go on. So next one is design feature cone option. So before we go into the cone option, we will just delete this option. So insert design feature cone option. So I'm keeping this circle for my reference purpose. I'm going to use it even for this cone also, so that I'm just moving my screen little bit away by using this pan screen, or else you can zoom in and zoom out. Okay, I'm keeping that away to not to make you confuse. Okay, so here we have multiple options, nearly 5 options we have in the cone. So here you can say diameter and height. The first one is the specify vector, which direction I'm going to create it. So I'm going to select this vertical point. Once you select it, where the location you are going to create it. This is the point where I'm going to create my cone. Okay, what is the base diameter? 20 it is given. Top diameter is 50. Height is 35. That means it will come like a frustum. Okay, suppose you are keeping this as a 0, you will get a cone. Let's see here. Okay. So the top diameter what I given here is 0, so that you got a complete cone. Suppose the top diameter you are giving it as a 10 mm, so it will create like a frustum. Okay. Suppose the height you would like to change it, means I'm changing it as a 25. See the preview now. You can see like this. Okay. So this is the option of diameter and height. So you have to give a base diameter and top diameter and height. This is how it will get created. The same way we are going for the other option, diameter and half angle. So this diameter and half angle is nothing but you are going to provide the as the symbol specifies the diameter you are going to provide the base diameter, and the half angle, half of the angle of the cone you are going to give. Let us go for the second one, diameter and half angle. Base diameter is 30. Top diameter what I'm going to give, if you want 0 you can make it 0, or else if you want to make it as a frustum you can make it as a frustum also. I'm considering this as a 0, so I'm giving the angle of 15 degree, you can see here, and the vector direction I'm giving always as a vertical one. See the preview now, you can see. Suppose the same option we are going with a different top diameter, I'm making this as a 20, you can see. Okay, so the options what we use is different, the parameter what we provide is completely different from the earlier one. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one, base diameter, height and half angle. So earlier we given base diameter and height, base diameter and half angle. Here we are going to give base diameter, height and half angle. So the height we are only going to define, earlier we didn't define. You can see here, we can see here the height is not defined here. Okay, so now in the third option, base diameter I'm going to give 30, height I'm going to give it as 25, and the half angle is I'm going to give it as 12 degree. See the preview, you can get it like this. Okay, only the parameters are getting different, or the shape is same, actually almost same based on our parameters. Now we are going to give the same option with a different manner, top diameter, height and half angle. So now I'm going to give from the top, I'm going to define my cone. So 50, and the height is around 35, half angle is around 17 degree. So I'm giving preview, it will come from this. So this top diameter will be 50, and the bottom diameter is unknown for us because we are providing height and as well as half angle. Based on that calculation, this model will get generated. So now it's okay, means you can go for OK button. Okay, all right. So now the third option, two coaxial arcs. The two coaxial arcs means, suppose we needed two arcs, two circles. Okay, so one circle we need one more circle also along with this. Suppose we don't have, means we need to create it. So in this case I have only one arc, so I'm going to create one more arc also. Let's see that how to create it. So I'm going to create it from the tab option, curve tab option. Go to the circle. So now I'm going to create it from the existing location only. So what I'm going to do is select a plane I'm going to give. So at a distance I'm going to create, not from the existing location I'm going to create, because if I create from the same place it will be a coplanar, so I may not able to get any cones. So that I need to create a plane, I need to create an arc at a distance from the base. So that what I'm going to do is, so regarding the datum coordinate system we are going to see in detail one by one, but as of now presently I am telling only one option to create it. So at a distance there is an option, the plane. So what you need to do is select this plane, so that you will get one plane here. At what distance you are going to create your arc, that is what the parameter you need to do. Suppose I am going to create my other arc, the top. Now I am going for this select plane option. So once you go for the select plane option, you can go for at a distance. So you can select this plane and you can go for the distance whatever you want. So now I'm at present I'm giving it as a 25. I got a 25 mm. So then I'm giving OK. So then the plane has got created. So I need to create the circle now. So the circle I can create it from the arc circle from center point. So now I am selecting this as a full circle. So make this as a top view to make you more understand. So select this button and the trimetric button, you can get that as a top view. So here you can see there is a top, bottom, left, right, everything will be there. So from here you can choose the top view. So just to choose the top view to make sure that we are creating at the right location. So now I'm going to create the arc. So the point where I'm going to create is, this is the point where I'm going to create it. Okay, so this is how I have created now. I'm giving OK. Okay, so now this object has got created now. So I'm coming back to the trimetric view. So once I coming back to the trimetric view, here you can see there are two arcs are present. Okay, so now the thing is insert, go to insert button, go to design feature, go to cone. So here you can select two axial arcs. So you can select the base arc first and the top arc second. So the base arc is this one, the top arc is this one. So you can see the result now. This will create like this. Why it has got little bit offset means it doesn't matter, because of it takes only the size of the arc, but it goes from the vertical direction. Okay, that is how the calculation has been made to create this cone. So it can be anywhere. Even I could have done in other way also, but I didn't do that. Now I will do it. So I will just to do undo. Like in other software, the undo control Z is the undo option. I will do control Z. See now I have one arc here, one more already solid, one more solid I have here. So with reference to the same option I can create this. See now, go to insert button, go to design feature, go to cone option, two coaxial arcs, I'm going to select it. So one is this one, so the second one is this top arc I'm selecting. Okay, you can see the result now. This is how it will get created. Okay, so the base arc what I selected is this one, the top arc what I selected is this one. Since the diameter is bigger, so it comes in the reverse side, like it may look like. No, it is not in the reverse side. The profile how it appears, accordingly it will get created. Okay, all right, so this is about cone. The next one is actually sphere. For that also we need a circle. So time being I will delete these two. I'm retaining only the circle. Okay, to not to make you confused, I'm just moving this little bit away as I did earlier. So go to insert, design feature, sphere. So here you can see there is icons are available. So to make you more understand, go for the shortcuts. Here you can see arc and center point and diameter. The center point and diameters means nothing. The sun, you are going to place one point here. Okay, what is the diameter you are looking for? The sphere. So I need a sphere for the dimension of 10 mm diameter. Select it, give apply, it will get created. Okay, I will do one more time. Suppose specify a point which location you are going to create it. This is a place I got selected now. What is the size? I wanted to create it for 5 mm. Diameter, give apply, it will get created. Okay, got created. So this is what it is. If you have a doubt, just double click this, you can see here. Suppose you wanted to change it to 25, you can change it to 25 also. See the preview now. This will create like this. See, the settings button will have like this also. You have to extend it. So this will be always in the, you have to unscramble it, then only this will appear. Even though you are in the more option, you have to unscramble it, because of this will be like a tree. So if you need, you can turn on it, otherwise you can leave it as it is. Okay, all right. So this is about sphere, diameter, and as well as. Okay, now I'm going to the same sphere option. The second option, arc option, is there. So for the arc option, I'm going to use the same circle. So just to select the circle, whatever the diameter you have created, the circle or arc, you can use it for your understanding purpose. Okay, let's see the other option in the sphere, arc option. So now I'm going to select the existing arc which I have already. So it's a complete circle. I'm just selecting it. It will create the sphere for this size. Suppose you have an arc with this, not as a circle, it's a partially arc circle, partial arc like this. Even then it will get created. Okay, insert, go for design feature, sphere, can select this second one, arc option, select this, then go for the result. You can see that. So even though it is having an off arc, it will get created. Okay, so this is about sphere. Concludes our primitive modeling and the primitive features of NX. If you have any doubts or clarifications, please write or comment. My email ID is nx.sureshg@gmail.com. Please subscribe to my channel, NX CAD Software Training. Click on the bell icon to get the notification. Thank you.